get those sweet YouTube views.
So what's up, Shnerdcast? Shnerd.
Cast.
Got Trinidad here. Got the Cameron. Episode 27. So what you guys going on for your Super Bowl? The Super Bowl.
What the fuck, dude? Alright, so we actually talking about sports ball?
We've been talking about Super Bowl, like what's going on, like what you guys got any plans? So like you can do anything special or just kick it, go to work?
I'm probably gonna end up going to work, man.
Yeah.
Probably.
What about you, Trinidad?
Fortunately, it's ended up looking like I normally work on Sundays, but it looks like I'm going to end up having that day off because we're getting schedule changes.
Nice.
So,
yeah, I'm getting a schedule change too, and I don't know if I'm going to have that weekend off.
that's like in what? It's not this weekend, but it's not this coming weekend, but it's the following week. I think it's like on the 9th or something. I forget when the Super Bowl is actually. I think it's
the second.
It's
right?
the second. Oh
yeah.
no! So
or it could be the 9th. Actually, it's one of the.
Actually, no. You're. You know what? Let's just. You can confirm on
Check
that.
it out. Yeah.
Confirm.
That's the power of editing, bro. Just cut it out.
Yeah, dude.
It's on the 2nd.
So actually, my schedule is not going to change. So I'll be at work. Actually, by the time the Super Bowl starts, I'll probably be off of work because it's always a night game.
Yeah.
And I get off of work by 4. So,
PM?
Yeah. And
well, if you guys are down, we should just kick it. Buy
dude,
some
I'm fucking down.
junk food.
I truly probably don't have any plans. And it's my motherfucking team. Hashtag Niner Gang, motherfuckers.
And to be fair, Trinidad's always been a Niner fan as long as I can remember. He's not one of those bandwagoners.
I don't know, bro.
Ever since high school. So.
Hey, bro. Hey, I was there
I don't
when we
blame
drafted
him, dude.
Alex Smith. I bought Alex Smith jersey when he was first drafted, first overall back in 2005 or 4. Toss 2. Fucking good game.
How many games did 49ers lose this year?
We lost. We were 13-3, so we lost like 3 games.
Jeez, what's the best record in the NFL? Do you know?
I think we had one of the best records. I can't remember who had the best record this year though. I think we were like tied for first. I know the Niners won. I know the Niners only lost like 3. I know they didn't even lose 4 or 5 games. They lost like 3 games at most.
Dude, since like whenever football started, every fucking Sunday at work, like Niners won, bro. We're undefeated for like hella long for like
because
months.
they were undefeated for like the first 2 months of the season or something
Yeah.
like that. They went like 8 or 9-0. And
That's nuts. Is that one of the longest win streaks? Or?
No, the longest win streak that I can think of is the Panthers. Fucking
Carolina Panthers.
no, the longest win streak is the fucking Patriots. They went 16-0, and back in 2007, they won every game.
Long dick style.
They won every game, even every playoff game, and then they lost in the Super Bowl.
Oh, never mind.
That shit was hell funny.
Just
I
short
was
of
like,
long
yes!
dick. Just short of long dick.
I was like, yes, I'm glad you guys made it to the Super Bowl and fucking lost.
Yeah. That's how I felt about the Warriors.
Serious hate.
Oh, dude, that's how I feel about the Warriors. Like, this year is just so satisfying to see them lose. I'm just like, ah.
Fuck, I don't know, man. I'm kind of a Warriors fan.
I mean,
But
they're definitely.
I'll give
not
you
a
a
true
pass just
Warriors
because you
fan.
don't know nothing about basketball.
They're a
That's
home
probably
team.
just
Thank
because
you.
I'll give you a
Thanks
pass.
for not fucking roasting my ass.
I was about to. I hope the camera caught my face because I was like,
They're a home team.
okay.
They're a home team. They're a home team. But I mean,
Right, that's all I'm saying.
But
man.
the thing is, you know what? It's just like that meme that started going around. And I'm personally not a Warriors fan, but I definitely understand the meme because I used to play like the NBA 2K games on Xbox and shit all the time.
Yeah.
There's some bullshit.
But that
going
meme,
on.
it was. I'm sure you've seen it, Ben. It's
seen
the new Warriors logo, and then the old Warriors logo side by side, and it said, and the caption was like, what was it? It was like, if you weren't here for this, then you don't count.
Dude,
and then it shows the old Warriors logo and the new Warriors logo.
Holy
and
fuck.
some bullshit. I have to look it up again, but
I think I know what you're talking about because, well, first off, when I read comments, there's no Warriors fan going, Warriors, fucking, we're gonna win. Fucking. There's no comments about.
dude, when you
Warriors.
go back then, bro, there was no Warriors. That's back when fucking James Richardson or whatever.
That's what I used to. That's what I tell people all the time, dude. I used to always be like, fucking. Like, nobody wore Warriors jerseys. Nobody do. Even when I went to Oakland. When we went to Oakland, we didn't see anybody in any Warriors.
I saw
Not
very
a single
rare. I saw
fucking
very
person, bro.
rare people wear. Because I used to go to the Bay all the time. Because I'm from I'm from San Jose. My family's from there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I used to go to San Jose all the time, and very occasionally would I see a fucking Baron Davis back when he was on fucking Warriors, right? He played for the Warriors.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, I was just shaking my head because I didn't even remember seeing that, dude. Because I remember we drove by
And Gilbert
Aqua
Arenas,
Arena.
I think Arenas played for the Warriors. No, I know he played for the Wizards, but I think he started with the Warriors though.
No, I don't know. I'm not gonna try to get into that, but yeah, dude.
That's a lot of history right there, bro.
Yeah, me and Shnerd could probably talk a lot about fucking basketball.
Then, especially back then.
Well, yeah,
Read
like
that
probably
sports
2010
episode,
and
man,
before. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Shit,
Okay, so
I don't even want to watch old shit. No old games, dude. Current teams.
you don't
Like,
want to watch
what's going on
old
in the
games. You want to
LCS,
watch
but-
like highlights of
Yeah.
old games.
Oh yeah.
So
for
like
sure.
you'll watch like if you get into it and you want to get into it, you probably watch like a 10, 15 minute like highlight of like.
Man,
the
you know,
best
I'll be
clips.
watching that shit while I'm playing Minecraft.
Always comes down to Minecraft.
Man, because that's a good time filling game. You just want to waste like 2 hours on some bullshit. Hop in, like.
Yeah, well, I can't blame you. I mean, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Well, since we're talking about games, let's bring up some of the topics we were just talking about. I know Trinidad wanted to play. He's like, let me play what we record. Was the Dragon Ball Kakarot game.
Solid 10 out of 10. That
I
actually
give
gets
it-
the Michelin rating.
I'll probably
you know
give
what
it
I'm
like
saying?
a 8 out of 10. Like a 9 out of 10, yeah.
Alright, well, from only a spectator's perspective, that's a 10 out of 10 game. It's fucking solid, bro. Like, 100%.
Perspective, yes. And just like Fighters. Fighters was a good game to be like, oh yeah, this is definitely one of those games where it's one of those things that's beautiful to watch. But for the Kakarot, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, that one it's a really good game, dude. You guys, I think anybody could really enjoy playing that game because it's an open world RPG, and when you're flying around and just seeing the whole Dragon Ball Z world, and I haven't even discovered everything yet.
That's why I'm fucking super stoked to keep watching that shit.
Yeah, dude.
It's super interesting just seeing.
So you haven't seen anything for it, Trinidad?
Just to rewind a little bit,
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
I Wikipedia'd that shit, and Gilbert Arenas did start with the
Okay.
with the
What's
Golden
up
State
with your
Warriors.
pronunciation?
Wikipedia.
There you go.
Gilbert Arenas did start
had a
out with the
couple
Golden State Warriors.
Okay, but
But-
I'm also missing parts.
No,
of my
I
brain
have
too,
not-
when I heard that.
But no, I have not seen anything about the new Kakarot game because, dude, I'm so cut off from any
Video
type
game
of
world?
news outlets,
Yeah.
like any of that shit.
The
Where
whole-
do you hear about your shit? Do you
I
do you
follow.
have magazines or
I follow
Just the grapevine.
the Grapevine, and I also follow a video game like company, like their channel, like official channels. Like I follow Bandai. I follow Bethesda. I follow a bunch of them, but that's pretty much. And then I follow some other gaming channels, but they got to the point where they've gotten so big where they're all just throwing shit out there just to have videos, like 2 or 3 videos a day. They become one of those channels where they have like so many millions of views where it's like, okay, we're gonna have like 2 or 3 people putting out a video like 2 or 3 times a day. You know what I mean? So it's not even worth it. It's just like bull opinion. But with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I do love the fighting. I love the environment. The fighting can get really repetitive. To be fair, it's a lot of the same bullshit like punch. It's like Xenoverse, or yeah, you guys remember Xenoverse?
No.
Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse.
The last thing I played from Dragon Ball Z was Budokai.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, you
For
guys.
a lot of people, it is.
Yeah. Oh well, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, you definitely played Xenoverse or at least heard of it.
Yeah. I've been keeping up with all of them, but like I haven't played any of them because I haven't put money in. And watching this game.
To be fair, this is probably this and Fighters are the only 2 games I would really recommend putting
the only
money
2
into.
ones that came out recently,
Yeah.
but I would get this one just because it looks
I would.
satisfying to play from just a first-person perspective and a
It
single
is.
player.
It is, dude. It really
know?
is. They have like a bunch of side quests. I'll put up some clips and stuff while we're talking about. But my main complaint is loading screens and too many cutscenes. So
In what game? The Dragon Ball game?
yeah, the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
You said too many cutscenes?
Yeah. So it's
I like cutscenes.
there.
The
No.
cutscenes are a bit.
Wait.
obnoxious, though.
Before there are too many cutscenes, but those cutscenes the certain ones like Vegeta versus Goku.
Mhm. Some of them are accurate, right?
They're very accurate, dude. There's one I think I already post. I don't know if I posted up when Vegeta and Goku fight. I'll post it up definitely after this.
They did. Actually, that fucking cutscene made me remember that. Who's the character's name? It's not Naijirobe.
I don't think I posted it. Is when Vegeta got hit with the spirit bomb.
No, not spirit bomb, but get his fucking tail cut off. So he
oh yeah, that one was pretty sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what character.
I think it goes more with Kai than anything.
What do you mean?
Like, because Kai is like the cut down version of it.
Oh
yeah.
What else? Watch Z. Over Guy any day.
But
I don't know if anyone could hear that part.
probably
That's probably inaudible, dude.
So there's some games that are coming out for February that I want to bring up, but
Interesting.
a lot of them. There's not a lot, but most of them are indie games.
Okay. What games
but
are they?
the games that I would recommend for like checking out in February are Zombie Army of 4. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. That one's really popular for some reason. It comes out on the 4th. This is one I used to play when I was little. Is Mega Man 0 and ZX.
Okay, Mega Man 0 was really sick.
It's a collect. It's the collection coming out. So.
Mega Man 0, that game's
Wait a second.
The old.
What is that coming
It's
out
the
on,
handheld
dude?
one. I didn't check. Damn it. I think it's coming out for Switch.
I've got it. Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's for Switch. If anything, it'll come out for Switch.
Gonna buy that.
A lot of there's a lot more stuff coming out, or a lot of games coming out for this. Yeah, go for it. And then another one to check out the end of the month on the 28th is One Punch Man, which I don't know.
One Punch.
Oh,
yeah.
So
I'm gonna get
the thing
it
with that game
and just see what's
it's
up.
not gonna be that good.
Oh no, it's not. But I'm gonna get it and post stuff about it. Just
okay. Tight. I wouldn't get the
fine.
One Punch Man game just because of the way it's played.
Yeah.
Like it wants to advertise itself as a fighting game, but you and I both know that's not a fighting game. We
It's
gotta
one
wait
of those...
for Saitama to show up to one punch the game. No.
No, I like that.
I want one where Saitama is actually the arcade boss, like Gil from Third Strike or M. Bison.
Yeah.
Where you don't get to play as him, but like that's the whole arcade mode to go and fight Saitama and lose any fucking way.
Right. You
That's
watch
what I
anything
want,
in One
dude.
Trinidad? Trinidad?
Never even heard of it, bro.
It's good
Okay.
anime.
It's what? It's
good anime.
I'm not really into anime. The only anime I. Dragon Ball Z. Does that count as an anime?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Of course, dude.
It's so
not
different.
recent though.
Well, it's so differently drawn than
What about
than
What
most animes, isn't it?
Yeah,
What about
that's why
movies?
anime's good.
Trinidad? What about movies? Like any anime movies you watch? Because I know there's
I mean, I watched Digimon.
Oh, there you go.
I watched.
That movie was a banger, absolutely.
Dude,
The
fuck yeah, bro. That shit
The
makes me
music in
cry.
it, great stuff.
That shit makes me cry.
I don't blame you, man. Real men cry on that shit. Like,
What other anime movie makes me hella cry sometimes? Not just makes me emotional. That fucking Pokemon movie, the very first Pokemon movie.
Did you ever see
I can handle that.
something like Princess Mononoke?
Those are good. So
Those
those are
kinda-
different. That's a different art style, bro.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that. See,
I think because I watched those when I was little, I think that's what kind of made me more interested in animes. You know what I mean?
what the Digimon and stuff.
Like watching like Princess Mononoke, because I remember watching that when I was like 5. I mean, Dragon Ball Z was a huge influence on me. I love Dragon Ball Z for whatever reason.
It never hit me that way though. Like it never hit me like Dragon Ball Z to me was so different because of the fact that it was. What caught me about Dragon Ball Z was not even the way it was. It could have been. I can't say that. I can almost say
You can't fathom it. You can't even put it into words, my nigga.
if it was drawn differently, I can't say that I would still like it. But what attracted me to Dragon Ball Z was just how good it was. The plot, the fucking just that it was a good show, not because it was drawn badly. I mean, You know what I'm saying?
What made
South
it-
Park is drawn fucking bad as shit.
But
I
that's
love
why
that
South
fucking
Park
show.
is good.
What made it
It's 'cause
relatable
that
for
art
me
style
though
is
was
dope.
whatchamacallit.
I guess if South Park made that art style dope for sure, yeah.
Well, they did kind of with that episode where everybody were ninjas and stuff.
Dude,
The
that's
anime
yeah,
episode.
But even then, that
Protect
wasn't
my
like good anime.
balls.
So that's actually a good fucking representation.
I mean,
would
that's
say-
technically anime, right?
Right, it's because they tried to mimic it. The thing is that they tried anime in their style. But the thing is, you haven't seen anime in multiple styles.
I
And
feel
once
like
you give it a chance, you'll find one that you actually enjoy, dude. Guarantee it.
That's what
Especially in modern.
it's really hard to
I
get.
really enjoyed
Yeah.
this samurai anime. What's
Shampoo?
called?
Samurai Champloo?
Or Samurai Jack.
I love
Samurai
Samurai
Jack's
Jack.
Samurai
but,
Jack was good. That was
but it
American
wasn't that one.
animation.
It was
Rurouni Kenshin?
Rurouni Kenshin, yes.
Okay, but imagine if they took that and just made it more modern. You'd be like more up to speed with what's going on in the anime world, just in general, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
For sure.
possibly. Well,
Just not Inuyasha though. Like who the fuck is picking up all those guys?
That
That joke is
back.
100%, dude.
What was that one show too called again? When the guy's main move was like he had
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Hakusho,
That's right there
dude.
on my wall.
That's the that's the absolute king, dude.
That was one of my favorite shows.
Hell
also.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was always iffy about it though because of the way it was drawn though, because it just looked dirty. You know what I'm saying?
You got to remember though, because when we
I
got
feel
it,
you on that. Yeah.
when we got it Trinidad, we were also getting like the 10-year-old version of that.
That is true.
What do you mean?
So it's not like today where it's like we could just get the.
Anime immediately on stream.
So back then when Funimation first started,
Crunchyroll fucking sponsor this shit, please.
right? When we first started, or when Funimation and everything, we'd get they'd dub over animes that were like 5, 10, 15 years old. You know what I mean? So when we got Dragon Ball Z, they were already in the Buu saga when they're pretty much almost done.
By the time we got even the Kakarot, be just the fucking
Yeah.
Saiyan saga.
Yeah, I don't know exactly when they started airing it in America, but I remember when I first started watching it, it was 95. I was
like in the
3 or
90s.
4 years old.
Yeah,
We were all
yeah.
very young.
I'm a little older than you.
And
so
then
I was
when they
6 or
started
7, yeah.
mainstreaming it, that was on Toonami.
Yes, I remember Toonami.
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy crap.
That's a big ass hit.
Yeah, we don't take hits like that. Like you say,
I know.
we're not like whoop,
My bad.
where we
It's,
can't see each other's face.
Definitely a harder rip though.
It's because
But,
it's still cooking.
Yeah,
Like if I had one of those Tesla coils on this, it would be
you'd be dead.
far more intense, dude.
But Toonami is what brought me
Gundam.
Maybe
Gundam. I loved Gundam. I loved
Yeah, bro.
I loved Gundam. Fucking
yeah, Gundam G. That's the one we talked
Yu
about.
Yu
last time.
Hakusho, whatever this shit is called,
Yeah.
and that samurai show was called Rurouni
Yeah.
Kenshin.
You haven't seen the
Samurai Champloo?
I can't.
That's a good one. I would recommend watching that one. This is gonna sound weird,
Nick
but like
introduced me to
watching that
Afro
one with your bro,
Samurai.
dog.
that
like,
one's
that'll
a
actually
fucking
be
good
dope.
one, dude.
Nick introduced me to Afro Samurai.
And then fucking Samuel Jackson was the American
Yeah.
version of the
That's the
hype,
one I
the hype
watched,
man
though.
or whatever.
That's the one I watched with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
That's,
So-
Yeah, dude.
that's
yeah.
original, right?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
This shit's really
you
fucking
gotta.
tight.
I could also understand there's some animes you can't get into, especially if you watch it in American or the English dub.
English dub over.
Fucking sometimes that shit's just not. It doesn't translate well. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's because the verbiage is really different. There's some words and phrases in Japanese that do not exist
Yeah.
in English or vice versa. They have no way to.
Well, not only that,
like fuck. Doesn't
it's just the
exist in
voice too.
Japanese.
Like maybe the voice
What do you
actor
mean?
sounds more
It's true.
on
Fuck
point.
doesn't exist in Japanese.
Fuck does not exist in Japanese. There is no Japanese.
That's why they
translation
say
for the word
fuck.
Fuck. It's just shine.
Oh well, they say shit.
That's the translation of it then.
No, shine means die, but depending on how you pronounce
Just
shine
like in Spanish show.
is different than
And
saying
depending on the
fuck.
sentence you use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's how it's.
Like,
With
I heard
every
there's a
language.
difference between feminine words and masculine words. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that was a fucking thing.
That's
Yeah,
with
I
every
didn't
language,
comprehend that.
dude.
in Spanish, yeah.
German's the same
Well,
way.
Being a singular lingual person, man, that shit blows my fucking mind. Like, wait a second.
Yeah, dude.
English is already fucking weird. Motherfuckers be pronouncing
Apparently,
shit
it's one of the
awkwardly.
easier ones to learn.
No
English.
way. dude.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
I don't think. No, I think the easiest language to learn is I think I heard is Spanish.
Probably not.
I heard Spanish or English. Yeah, one of the two.
I'm not pretty sure, but
I heard the hardest is Japanese.
I think that's only
Probably.
just because it's a continental thing.
yeah, that's what they teach in schools.
Being fucking like region locked. English
So,
is really only spoken
imagine-
in America. Like, not good anywhere else.
It's like you were saying, like every place has to like somewhat teach English, you know what I mean? So you get a basic saying of like a basic learning of English.
Here in America,
But here,
for sure.
we kind of do get the same thing, but we have a choice. We could learn
Yeah.
like all sorts of different languages, you know what I mean? So just like German, French, Spanish, fucking.
Then again, we don't really know the school system for like other countries though.
But I
It might be
mean,
different nowadays.
it probably is different, but you know, there has to be a way because where they know. I'm not saying every single person knows English, but I would think.
True.
Because I think. Trinidad, look it up. Statistics for people who know English
Or
overseas.
you can tell Google to do that.
Hey Google, what's the
Most-
top 5 most spoken languages in the world?
top 5. Quite cute.
Hey Google, raise the volume to 50%. Hey Google, repeat what you just said.
Sure, I found a list on the website buzu.com. The top 12 most spoken languages in the world. Here are the first 5. English, Mandarin Chinese,
English.
Hindi,
Mandarin
Spanish.
Chinese?
and Arabic. Do you want to hear more?
Yes.
Was Cantonese the second?
Hey Google, can you please repeat that, baby?
This is a baby.
That's gonna make it. That's gonna fucking make it in.
Your voice activates my Google Assistant on my phone. It's hella funny.
Yeah, it does the same for mine. Whenever I'm
It doesn't do that for mine.
okay, Google.
I think because me and Ben sound similar.
I
I wonder
doubt it's
if
'cause
your
voice
Google
command
Assistant
really
will
works.
Sorry, I
activate
don't understand.
off mine. Hold on.
Yeah, I definitely do that now. I love you guys so much. You guys are so funny.
I'm trying to look it up, but I can't find it. Oh no, here. Like, oh no, that's not it.
So we're talking about indie games.
Yeah, dude. There's a ton. Like, I'm gonna throw my fucking money at Steam again.
And that's what I was telling Trinidad, because I was like, he's a PC player, so, but he did, I was just thinking,
Yeah,
what's a good indie game that you play that,
Are we talking about indie games that just came out on Steam's Lunar Sale, or just indie game
No,
that
no,
we
no.
played
We're just
personally?
we're talking about just, like, what's an indie game that you play, like, that you remember playing, that you played, like, something you picked up and you're like, whoa, this is pretty sick, and I'm going to continue playing this. I know
Probably
you're gonna,
Alien Hamid.
oh, shit. Okay, I
I
was
played
not,
that on GameCube.
I was
bro.
not expecting that. I was really, when you looked at me with that face, I thought you were going to talk about Minecraft, and I was like, not Minecraft. But Alien Hominid, that's a good one.
Thanks for roasting me about playing Minecraft, nigga.
What about you, Trinidad? I seen you had a little.
I can't think of. I mean, I played Minecraft, but
When I brought up Minecraft, is that what made you?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
fuck.
No, you're good. No, dude. Don't even trip.
I can't help it now, bro. Like, so my stepsister basically is also pregnant. Like, I'm gonna be an uncle too, bro. Like, it's gonna be weird, nigga.
I'm
So,
already an uncle. So.
I haven't been an uncle before. So now I'm panicking.
Yeah, dude.
Shit.
I have 3 nieces.
oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
That kinda
Is like an obscure, like maybe like $5, $10, $15 game, even 20 you bought on like Steam or your Xbox that you can remember that you're like, oh, this is like you played for like maybe
I
a
can
day or two
remember
and
a
it
few.
was done. Because for me, think about it. Because for me, I had this one called Deadlight, and it was an arcade game on Xbox, and it was a zombie side-scrolling game. And it was simple. It was pretty. It was just puzzle solving.
Name some popular ones. Can you name some popular ones?
He
That's
said
hard
all-
because they're
he said
indie,
Alien-
bro.
He said Alien Hominid, State of Decay. There's another one that's kind of made by indie. That's another zombie one. Something of Isaac, Destruction of Isaac or whatever. That's
I know
something
which
I
one
think
you're talking about.
That's something I thought you would probably be into.
That's a
'cause
platformer.
It is a kind of a platformer, but it's more of
he
like a.
doesn't- Trinidad is not a. He's not a platformer guy.
No, it's not a platform. No, it's not a platformer. I don't know why I said that. It's like a point. It's like a.
What is a platformer?
It's like where you have game. So
Like Smash
Mario,
Brothers?
like Mario.
No. Never talk about that whack ass game, bro. Smash Bros is not anything important.
Newer Smash Bros.
Melee, arguably.
And Cam's hella offended right now.
Sorry.
No,
I mean, I am, but like, not really. Like, not. I'm not upset.
It sounds like it just destroyed one of your favorite games has been destroyed.
I know, right?
I could go on in a perfect rant about why Smash Bros. Is not a game to ever be respected.
Anymore.
Just because. No, period.
What?
Just
The original
because-
Smash Bros. Was the shit.
Hold on, my man. I'm just trying to say the reason why I don't think Melee should ever be respected the way it is because the fighting game genre never welcomed it. So, being me, right? I've been into like the fighting game community as much as y'all have been into like basketball and shit, right?
Right, okay.
So when I see
Tag game and
Melee
shit like
just
that.
find its fucking punk ass way into some bullshit it doesn't belong in because no one wanted that in the FGC, nobody wanted that in Evo, them niggas just didn't have anywhere else to go. I'm talking about the community specifically, but
Hey,
I'm just saying that.
last
that's
year I could kind of like.
a lot of history
you've
there.
never been to Smash Brothers.
No,
all. I have been a fan, but it doesn't belong in the fighting game community. Period.
But it's a fighting game.
Hey,
No,
hey,
it's
Trinidad.
What is
Trinidad.
it then? Hold on.
Let me give you
we
this-
are going on to some argument. I don't know.
Wait,
if
wait,
you
no.
wanna record it,
Before.
let's move on
No,
and
no,
talk
no,
about
no.
this later.
No,
Topic
I want
right
to
there.
add on to this actually.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, so
bet.
let me add some backstory to this. So, Smash Bros. The new one just came out in December.
It's good.
This last December?
Yeah, this
It's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
no.
Okay.
2018.
I was
My
gonna
bad.
say it's been out for a
2018.
minute already.
20
hasn't
yeah.
it?
Yes.
Yeah, it came out in 2018, but it came out right before the Game Awards, and it didn't win anything. But last
Right.
year, we got games like I think we got Tekken, we got
I did hear about a
Samurai
new Tekken game.
Samurai Showdown.
Tekken 7 wasn't last year, but it was still in the same frame because video game.
Okay, well we still got Mortal Kombat. We still got Mortal Kombat.
We
got
did
Samurai
actually.
Showdown,
That's true.
and
Samurai.
and
It's like
out of those
salt.
two, and there's probably more games that came out that were like on the list. But
Do you have Tekken? How Tekken do?
Tekken didn't. It wasn't in there. Samurai Showdown.
we're
came
talking
out this
the
year.
Game Awards. This is what the whole thing I was
2019.
bringing up. The whole thing.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, Smash Bros. That came out at the end of the last year, 2018, won. This
2019 awards.
Yeah.
Fighting game of the motherfucking year.
Well, if
Yeah.
it came out late December, its playtime was really in 2019.
I could,
It
but
doesn't matter, nigga.
What the-
wait.
Because
for-
the gaming community didn't really have a chance to play it until really 2019.
No, we actually
with
talked
Mortal
about
Kombat.
this before.
with Mortal Kombat though, dude. I do want to hear Trinidad's opinion because
Well, you want to hear this argument between
I do
me
wanna
and
hear it.
him,
I do.
why
do.
that game
So-
is not a fighting
Yeah, I was gonna say, why is it not considered a fighting game in your opinion?
it
That's a whole other thing. There's too much to record right now.
we
can't
can
make
we
it on
can
this
we can
episode.
do it.
Straight to
We
the
can
point.
do it. Fuck it. Why
Straight to the
not?
point. Straight to the point.
Well,
No,
okay,
just
okay.
short and sweet.
Okay, so
It can be short and sweet.
I don't know.
Can't be,
I
though,
don't-
my
okay,
man.
okay, wait,
That's
wait.
the thing.
Before you guys fucking get into the squeeze this shit.
I want you to say it's
I just wanna say-
shit, bro.
Samurai Showdown was also a game that came out this year. It was beautiful. It's for those old school SNK kind of fans that have those, like, you know what I mean. Those, like, it's one of those things where it's like 5-6 hits and then you better hope you have a comeback or else they're dead. You know what I mean? Like, you could do something special, but Mortal Kombat also. That one was a super hyped game. Also, both.
Played traditionally.
Wait.
Mortal Kombat gets so it's.
Let me
so
say this real quick.
Stiff for me. I bought.
I feel you.
It's so
I
feel
stiff
you.
for
But
me.
that's not the point.
Can I say this real quick? Can I say this about Mortal Kombat? These two, Mortal Kombat and Smash Bros, they were at Evo. They were at the top of the pinnacle of like the watching. I don't know about Mortal Kombat
Absolutely.
or I don't know the statistics, but they were high quality, like need to watch on YouTube. Like they have
Like
hundreds of
Twitch
thousands
was
of views, probably even
popping
millions.
with
but-
10,000 viewers concurrently.
So
Twitch
For
with
those
Mortal
at
Kombat.
Evo.
yes, Mortal Kombat and Smash Bros.
It's. I believe I can see why. The reason I think Smash Bros is so popular is because it's not just. I mean, it is one game, but it has characters from multiple different games fighting each other.
Now it does.
So,
a lot
it's
more
kinda-
than just Nintendo.
Well, yeah,
universe,
true. There you
right?
go. Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
okay, so on top of what it already had, so that's what I think. That's what makes.
with him at any of these points, but that's not what I'm getting.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, I feel like first of all, and I feel like that's what makes Smash Brothers so popular, but.
Popularity is one thing, but
Well,
putting it into a definitive genre is another.
Yeah, let's see.
But
let's
what
see
the hell?
this-
You select your characters, and how do you win? You kill each other.
No,
Okay.
but look, the same way you feel about anime is how I feel about fighting games. Since I'm very specific on fighting games, and so is Ben. We can't respect Melee or the whole Smash fucking genre as an actual fighting game.
Why though?
More so because you have a percentage of damage, but not a fixed life bar.
Let
The thing
me-
is, bro, is when you
That's
play
the
the
same
fighting
thing
game,
though.
no,
It's
it's
like
not.
having. It's
No,
like
no, no,
it's
no,
like
it's
There's a
having.
difference between
Wait,
a
wait,
KO
wait.
at 50% and a difference between a KO at
But-
100, 300%.
To be fair, Cameron.
that shit
To
doesn't
be
exist.
fair, Smash Bros does have a life bar system, but that's not what they promote on Evo. So you can play
Right.
it like that, but that's not what people watch it for.
Okay, and
It's
and
an option. It's not
it's
a
like
default.
going. It's
you know
like
what I'm
going
saying,
in
my G?
reverse. It's like when you guys play your Tekken or your fucking.
Just say fighters.
King of
For me.
fighters,
or
bro.
whatever.
Actual
It's like going. It's like going. It's like going in reverse. You guys start with a full life
Full
bar.
bar health.
No.
Smash Brothers starts with no life bar. When you get up to 100%, you're pretty much done.
No, it's not even close.
I see what he's saying though. I see it's just like
I
it's
get
the
him
rev-
too,
it's
but
the
like I also
reverse.
know this nigga knows when I'm saying it. When your life bar is actually deplete, is deplete. Because you know you can kill a Ganondorf maybe at 40% if you do the exact input at the exact time.
Yeah.
That's why it's not a fighting game, because ice climbers can't do that shit at 40%.
I see what you
You
mean,
got
because
Mario
even
Mario
at 10%, all you have to do is keep bumping them out over the screen.
Yeah.
With those
I see,
like
that's the
yeah.
thing. So when you actually apply the ideology of a fighting game to a fighting game, nah, it's way different, man. Because out of bounds doesn't exist. Like the thing is when you hit someone at 0% on their health, that's it. It's just you and that one person. There's no fucking platform you have to worry about. It's a flat fucking.
Well, that's what makes
thing,
it.
you
Well,
know?
that's what makes it unique.
So you gotta remember
It's
too,
true, but
Trinidad.
that's also why it's not.
Trinidad, when
qualified.
they do go like quote unquote when they do
We'll
go
talk about it later.
well, I'm just gonna say when they do
So
go
much shit.
quote unquote professional or like like all that stuff, they do the flat surface too. There's no platforms like
That's
so if it
not
was
what
like
I've seen.
if like me, you, and if we three played it right now, and we'd
Played
have
what?
like the
Played what?
items.
Played what?
We couldn't.
Smash Bros.
Okay,
So
yeah,
if we
three
three
of
played
us.
Smash Bros, we'd have the platforms, we'd have the items, we'd have all that like crazy stuff like the
Right,
fucking
right,
Super
right.
Smash.
Party,
But
confetti.
if you're doing at a tournament or quote unquote
It's
serious
just you two
or
and I'm
streaming on
fucking
Twitch,
commentating, and you guys are on Final Destination.
it's gonna be
No items. bro.
yeah, and then just a flat surface, and that's how they make all the levels now. The newer ones, they
True.
you could have the
Wait,
regular
that's how the
stage.
tournaments are when you play Smash Brothers in a tournament.
If
Yes.
you watch it on Twitch,
It's just straight head to head.
but it's also just two versus. It's just one versus one too.
Okay,
it's not
that's
like,
cool.
That's
But-
their fucking caveat.
but they
of
do have
being
teams
a
too. They'll be
fighting
like 2 versus 2 and other
game.
stuff. But yeah,
But that's
it's
also why
usually
it's not a fighting game.
yeah.
I mean, yes and no, though, right?
No, it's always no. My man, because when money is involved, my nigga, when money is involved,
I like it.
Nah,
I
niggas
like
are
it.
not throwing $1,500 on a match between their favorite player and their other favorite player to fucking bet on who wins when there's fucking items involved. Nah, I want to
Yeah.
see that one dude play that fucking ridiculous Magneto Infinite for no reason and screen carry over here. Nah. You can't do that shit in fucking Melee.
So it'd be like
Bullshit.
comparing. It'd be like trying to play something like maybe like Marvel's Capcom 3 versus Killer Instinct. You know what I mean? Like you can get away with some stuff in Killer Instinct that you might be able to not get away in the other game. I guess.
I don't know. You can button smash in most of those games. I've done it.
Yeah, but like when someone
now
really knows
will
the
remember.
game, you can't just.
I
do
will
that
was
shit.
here. No, I was kidding.
Oh,
But I've done
man.
it to a lot of people, though. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I've ever played you in one, that's all you ever do, and I'm just like, I'm gonna just let this nigga press buttons. I don't give a shit. I'll walk into it like.
I'm walking to this. Yeah.
Because that's how I play fighting
I think-
games, bro.
what
I'll
game-
fucking
what game
throw
was it?
games for free.
Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo in my living room. That's what you're talking about.
No. We were
When I smacked the controller out of your head.
No, but we were at Cameron's house recently, and we were playing. I think
You guys
I
were
was
playing
using-
fucking. Okay, that was the day that I was stuck in the fucking raid that just came out.
And we were playing at.
Yeah.
Y'all and Keith
Yeah,
were there.
with Keith.
Yeah,
right?
it was Keith. I
Yeah.
think me and you were hella playing because me and you were hella going back and
Yeah.
forth.
Cause y'all got hella drunk in my fucking kitchen.
It was still
And,
fun. I enjoyed it. It was
hella fun.
Street Fighter Alpha 3.
I forgot
No.
which it was.
I
It
don't
was a
own
Street
that
Fighter
yet.
game though because I remember me and Will.
This is the one on your Xbox.
No, y'all were playing fucking Marvel for 35 minutes straight.
Oh yeah,
that's
it
like
was
a fucking
Marvel.
Dude, I don't even
20 to
remember
30
that.
game set.
It was
Because you were
Marvel.
blacked out, bro. You were like fucking sitting there next to the table.
Cut. No, I'm just kidding.
Basically, you were.
That's
Fuck
right.
you
You were
guys.
playing the raid. You didn't
I
get
was-
to finish,
What
huh?
were you playing?
No,
What
I
were you
did
playing?
actually.
Oh,
I
okay.
finished within that week, and I'm
Man,
excited.
Well, I'm
I
talking
played
about
Raid
that
forever,
night.
man. I miss
You-
raiding.
Hmm?
What were you playing?
I was playing Destiny.
I miss raiding. I haven't raiding forever.
You need to start
Rated
rating on
forever.
Destiny if you want that. If you want that experience again, you need to move to Destiny. That's where the actual fucking
No,
day
it's World of
one
Warcraft.
race, fucking week one race.
You want to
is
raid?
that,
You
bro.
gotta play World of Warcraft, bro.
That's like a whole day, right?
Bullshit. this is perfect. If me and him could actually compare,
It's like
World
6
of
or 7
Warcraft to
hours of
Destiny.
raiding.
Yes.
Yeah,
I remember.
exactly.
I remember.
Exactly, bro.
I
Like,
remember
what the fuck?
Mike
And you might not even kill a
Will
boss.
and Nick.
Exactly, nigga.
Man, I hated and loved that
I'm gonna go
shit.
take a pee.
Right. Yeah, you got. I remember I would go to Will's house or something, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I just stayed up for like 20 hours playing with Trinidad and Mike, and we just did a raid pass." And I was like, "Oh my
Dude,
god,
that shit was the shit, man. I mean,
that shit was the shit, man."
Well, it's because we were, dude. It's like we were hanging out, but we weren't hanging out, you know.
You guys were.
And then and then we'd be doing
what kind
like,
of dragon you got, huh?
and then we'd be like hitting, and then we'd be like all smoking too. We'd be like, all right, we're gonna take a 5-minute smoke break. I'm like, all right, cool. Halo. I want to buy. They just re-released Halo on Steam too.
Yeah, the anniversary. I remember fucking Dan retweeted, posted on our little group chat thing, and fucking you're like, "How much is it?" And
Dan
I
purchased-
have it on my dude. I beat the first 4 Halos or all the 4
I know,
Halos.
no, me and my brother too. Me and my brother. Dude, I used to play.
No.
console all
I'm
the
talking
time.
about like just recently because I had the collection.
But you did what?
I beat all the Halos because I just had the collection. Cameron could tell you because the past like 4 fucking recordings we had, I've always brought up Halo. We'd be talking about Halo and fucking. I'd be like, from Halo, right? And Cameron's like, no.
Well, I'm gonna play it on PC though.
My
Because,
bad. I'm
well, I'm
playing
playing on
Halo
PC though
lately.
because now
Halo's
they
good
re-released them on PC.
Yeah, they
And I
just
can-
did.
And I can play them online now on
And
PC.
you got mods, you fucker. You got fucking mods
So I
on
have to
PC.
I have to buy it on
Just
PC.
bet one, man. But that
Cause do
fucking
people
tongue-tied. Shit, my
do
bad.
people even still play Halo online on Xbox?
Yeah, dude. On my dude, I played
Yeah, they
Halo
do.
1 on
You
the
don't understand,
anniversary
bro.
collection.
It released on
The anniversary
everything.
collection they just
No, I know. Well,
So niggas on that shit right now.
we're on
going hard.
everything, not on PS.
on Xbox.
Well, okay,
for the
my
cl-
bad. Not
for
just
the
that
I was gonna say, what do you mean?
Yeah, no.
for so I have Xbox Pass, and they just did like a month ago or like a month and a half ago they released it for free, the new re-release with Reach
Uh-huh.
and all the Halo 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it on there. I beat the first fucking 4 Halos in like a month and a half, and I was super satisfied.
Oh, bro, we gotta do that shit on campaign, bro. That's what me and my brother used to do.
I'm hoping because Dan has it, and if you get it, or if when you guys get it, we could do. There's a crossplay where you could do certain missions on fucking crossplay.
Oh,
on
so
Xbox.
even though you're on Xbox, I'm on PC. we
Yeah,
still play?
there's
Man,
only
I
certain
don't-
missions. There's like 20 missions you can do, but it's still
Oh no,
crossplay.
it's dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah.
It's only $10. Like I think they were from what I heard, they were releasing them in stages, $10 each, like $40.
Maybe
the whole
for
thing.
PC, because PC does some kind of shady shit like that sometimes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Xbox, I'm not saying
Sorry.
console doesn't do that. Console does the same shit. you know what I
Happens,
mean?
man.
Yeah, I'm not saying console's any better, but for this one, I wanted to bring it up because Silent Hill. I know you guys know this one, right?
Of course I do.
Silent Hill.
Yeah, because you and
They're-
me, we always talk about how like I didn't really like it. I thought Resident Evil was better.
Never,
You're
yeah,
like,
same.
nah, Resident
I
Evil
bought
is
Silent
the
Hill,
Silent
but
Hill.
I was so lost in that game when I tried to play it like one of the original Silent Hills. I bought it and was just so lost. in that
PlayStation
game.
2 or
Huh?
PlayStation
I don't know,
2.
man.
Yeah, PlayStation 2.
So that was probably the second one, but or the third one. It could have been the third one. The third one
I had it on
confusing.
PlayStation 1. I actually still have the original Silent
Yeah?
Hill PlayStation on PlayStation.
Dude, that's
1.
probably worth a lot of money to be honest. It's like
Mm.
probably like $50 or something if it's in good condition.
It's probably retained value.
It's
Yeah.
probably playable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Konami, you guys remember
I have
that
the
company?
original Resident Evil 2 games too on PlayStation 1s.
Dude, those are probably.
I have
as long as you kept them, they're probably good.
I have Claire and the Claire version and what's his guy's name?
Leon.
Leon. I have
Yeah.
both versions, and I have Resident Evil Director's Cut.
They're trying to reboot the series, Silent Hill in general.
You were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Dude. I actually want to hear about it.
And they're not trying to do a remaster like Capcom did. They're trying to like remake it. So I'm really curious of what they're gonna do if they're able to recapture the atmosphere, the story, the creatures. You know what I mean? Like what it means to actually be in Silent Hill. Because I'm a huge Silent Hill fan. I've looked into the research a lot.
I've only played one game though. You
Which
know?
one?
The one that you let me borrow, I believe. This was
Number
like,
4. So
yeah,
that's
I didn't enjoy it.
that was literally like the Resident Evil 4 for the franchise, where people were like, or Resident Evil 5 for the franchise.
Ooh.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. So number
That's
5
not a good
was
place to get into it.
yeah, but so what's the one you played, Trinidad, for Silent Hill? You said PlayStation 2, or
I have the one for play. I can't remember the name.
was it
But-
Silent Hill 3,
I can't remember, dude.
or was it the
Can't remember.
room?
I can't remember.
Can't remember.
But I know I have the original. I know I have one for PlayStation 1, the original.
So you
Uh,
that's the original, yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
the
I
original.
know, and that's really because I have that one, so that's really the only one I played. But yeah, I just felt when I played that, I just felt hella lost in those games.
That's
Like,
kind of the whole point, because it's one of those things where you just kind of have to like, they'll give you like hints and stuff of where to go. But
yeah,
you just gotta explore, and then it gets creepy because sometimes you run into those like some weird creatures.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But what made me stop playing was like I didn't really know what to fucking do. Yeah, I walked
Yeah.
around and found.
How old
clues
were
and
you
shit.
when you last time you played it?
Well,
Dude, I was in my
li-
fucking teens.
Yeah, dude, I was
late
hella
teens
young,
when
bro.
I first played that game. That's why.
Yeah, when I first played that game, I was like 10, like not even.
Yeah.
I was like
That's
That's how-
actually the first time I played Resident Evil.
Same
I
with
played
me.
4 for the very first time.
Yeah.
like,
When I first
it's
got
crazy.
those games, I remember I still lived on First of Shaw, and
Losing a headshot, dude?
Bro, I never kicked it with you when you lived there, bro.
no, bro, because I lived here because I moved. So I lived in
Yeah, you moved to a decent spot.
yeah, I lived in Bradshaw. I lived in Bradshaw when I was like I moved to Bradshaw when I was like 5, and I lived there till I was 8. And during that time, my older brother he visited us,
Mhm.
and I told him I had got a PlayStation. He's like, "You got a PlayStation?" He's like, "All right, my PlayStation just broke. I'm about to give you all my games for it." And he came
What?
over, dude. And he had hella games. He had Area 51. He had those 2 Resident Evil 2 games, Claire and fucking Leon. He had fucking
Resident-
Resident
it had
Evil
to be-
Director's Cut.
I had to be
Tomb
Resident
Raider.
Evil 2, right? Because Resident
Those are
Evil 2.
some absolute bangers, dude.
He had fucking hella games, bro. And he was like, "Here, you guys can have them," because his
Damn.
PlayStation had broke. Bro, you want to know? Here's some crazy shit. You want to know how I got my PlayStation 1?
Huh.
When I lived in Brad, I used to go to this school called AIM Win, and
I vaguely remember that
yeah,
for some reason.
yeah, right. It's because it's not far, it's not far from her, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But basically, the point of this is, I had a friend there, and one day I brought my parents bought me like these fucking
PlayStation?
no the Power Ranger Turbo
Oh,
fucking car set,
Yeah.
the Megazord.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Tell me why.
That one wasn't that good though.
Yeah, the Turbo
but
was at least I watched
Turbo was okay.
Turbo. I like Turbo personally, but
for sure.
the point is, I came to school with all my shit. I was playing on recess one day. I was playing with my fucking Power Ranger Turbo toys. Tell me why my friend comes up to me and was like hell wanting to play with them, and then I go over to his house. I don't remember what the fuck happened. He came over to my house, but what ended up happening was I traded him his PlayStation 1 for my
Furry
fucking
toys?
Megazord toy.
Oh, Trinidad had the fucking better half of those stories, dude.
Bruh, tell me why.
Get the actual fuck
Dude,
out
I can
of
guarantee
town.
you he's telling that same story hella sad, though. He's like, tell me why I fucking traded my PlayStation for a fucking Mega.
Bro, hella bad, right?
Wait. Hold on, let me make a counter argument. But what if that nigga kept all of those and he's selling them shits on eBay to a fucking collector?
Well, what do you think my PlayStation 1 is worth then?
$1,500?
What do you think my
Still,
PlayStation
dude.
1 is worth
It
then?
definitely ain't worth $1,500, nigga. I can build my own.
Yeah, but
Nobody's
you
building their own PlayStation.
You don't get the
Nigga,
original.
emulators.
Yeah,
Original
but
doesn't fucking matter because you can tweak shit how you
Yeah.
want.
That shit matters, bro.
But that
shit
takes
matters.
more money to actually build a
Alright,
No,
emulator.
it does.
The same
It
argument
does.
I'm making about toys and shit is the same argument
Okay,
niggas would
okay.
be making about that. So
I
it's
got
like,
you.
But what I'm saying
fair
is,
enough.
I
man.
traded
To
like
be
after that,
fair.
bro. I never wanted to
Go
come
to
in
the pawn
contact.
shop, bro.
After that, I never wanted to have contact with this bro again. Like, because I don't want him to be like, I want to do trades backs.
I
like-
trade backs.
I was like, I
that
never wanted.
terminology.
And I remember one day, like, we were walking
Trade
my
backs
dogs.
doesn't exist.
Bro, tell me why. I remember one day we were walking my dogs, and my dad was walking with us. He's like, doesn't that kid live right there? He's like, yeah. He's like, you guys want to go say hi? I'm like, no. He's like, why? And then
And
I
you
was
told
like,
him?
And no, I was like, no, because he already knew. And he was like, why? I was like, I don't know. He's like, you don't want him to fucking
Take
ask
the
for-
PlayStation,
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, motherfuckers. And he just let us keep walking because he knew I got the better half of the trade. I was like,
He's like, I got
Captain
some.
shit, dude.
He's like, I
Bro,
got some crazy
You realize
ass
you
kids.
cut that
bro.
nigga out of a PlayStation.
I got mines.
I mean, look,
Mine.
at the end of the
And
day.
he still has it.
I still
Do you
have
really?
it, bro. My PlayStation
That's what
1.
he's saying the whole
Yeah.
time.
I still have a PlayStation 1, yeah.
Classic shit, dude. Don't
I kept
ever
all-
destroy it.
I kept all that shit, yeah.
Dude, I
Don't
found
ever
my own
lose
PlayStation, and it had fucking like McDonald's stickers of like the Hamburglar and fucking
What the
McDonald's.
fuck? Why don't you take a picture of that? That shit would be dope
It was
as fuck.
we threw it away because it was broken. Because I remember as a little kid, they were like, "Don't touch the blue laser." And as a little kid, I was like scratching the blue laser because I was fucking stupid. And then
I
like
think I did
years
some
later,
shit like that.
and then our PlayStation didn't work for like forever, and I just played 64 forever until we got the Xbox. I just want to know,
Dude, that one's like
What do
20
you guys-
minutes straight.
do you guys really think that Konami will be safe? Like, are they trying to capitalize on what Capcom's doing, or is like this has to make or break Konami, right? Like, if Konami
What are you
fucks
talking
up
about?
on rebooting Silent Hill,
Oh, for sure.
Trinidad, like
Yeah, if they fuck that up, dude, it's
like with
it's not
Konami,
good.
because they
already
did
fucked
bad
up
with Metal
Kojima's
Gear.
bullshit, 'cause
With Metal
now-
Gear, yeah,
Yeah, the thing is now everyone's like
cancel
current-
PT.
If everyone's like current mindset on Konami right now is like really bad. They are gonna fucking absolutely flop if they fuck this up.
Yeah.
No one in America is ever gonna support them. They'll be only funded by making pachinko machines, and
Yeah.
that shit's factual, G.
Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely it's a make or break situation for them.
I'm gonna throw these away and I'm gonna go.
We got the cans next to the plants.
I'm actually gonna put the cans in there. Yeah. Be right back.
So Trinidad, what the hell you looking at in your phone, buddy? I gave
It's
him.
hella funny. It's hella funny. I seen a meme the other day that said GameStop is going out of business,
Mhm.
and it was like the fucking tables have turned. GameStop is going out of business. I'll give you $350 for all your fucking stores.
That's hella funny, dude.
Trying to give me $350 for 30 fucking games, bro? Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
GameStop was a fucking huge ripoff.
Wait,
man.
$3 full for how many games?
GameStop, bro, will give you $15. store
What's
credit.
the worst like
Oh,
ripoff
what's
you
the-
ever gotten from GameStop?
Dude, they try to give me like for my Xbox, dude, for my Xbox, they gave me like $25 for it, bro, and I still took that shit because I wanted to smoke some weed.
I mean, when you're a kid, you're stupid. You don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? You
I
don't
was like,
think
they
about
give me
that
like,
stuff.
I think
I'm
they
glad
give
I
me like,
didn't sell mine.
There's
I
very
think
few
they-
people
I
who are
think they
like,
give me,
no.
I think they gave me like $40 at the most.
Yeah, you know, they probably took that shit and sold it for like 5 times as
$80
much as-
bucks,
Yeah,
100
Oh,
bucks.
absolutely. Easy.
probably more than that for like
Easy
150 or something.
Dude, I was so mad. So much. I had hella music saved on it. hella old game files.
I used to
And
sell.
that's back then when they didn't like care about the gigabytes. That's back then when they like had your shit with like hella internal storage. Like those Xbox One had like 100 gigs, bro.
Yeah, dude. I'll never forget, dude. Just hearing stories of people selling their consoles and getting like literally like having big old boxes of fucking games, like at least like $200 worth, and then just get like $50.
Dude, it's so fucking. It's some bad. I
It was some backwards ass shit.
I almost want to say I'm glad that GameStop is going out of business, but I'm not because it's such a like childhood memory of like going to GameStop and shit. But like that's one of my
When's
worst.
the last time you've been to a GameStop?
Just a few weeks ago.
That's when I picked up Kakarot. What about you?
I haven't been to a GameStop in a very long time.
Before that, it was a very long. The only reason I went is because I was doing Secret Santa.
I do have one story of going to GameStop with
I would
Cameron.
not spend money on niggas.
I do have a
like
story of going to GameStop with Cameron.
Oh, dude, you mean I can get into some personal shit that make me really fucking sad. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
I'm not talking about like something to make you sad. I'm just talking about when you're like, you gotta get Destiny, bruh. We gotta do the midnight release.
No.
Dude, my brother
Shut
was
the
always
fuck
helpful.
up. I didn't know it was being fucking... I didn't even know that game was gonna exist until you told me it was free on the fucking pass.
Game Pass.
Nah, nigga, not Gay Pass. What are you talking about, bro?
I'm talking about Game Pass.
Yeah, dude, exactly. I didn't know that game existed until you actually told me it was free for the beta on the Game Pass. Then I downloaded it.
Game
I played it
Pass,
for
that's
several
right.
fucking hours. And then I was like, oh shit, we should probably buy this game. And then we bought the game, bro. What the fuck?
Nah, but you made me.
That was the last time.
No. I was gonna get the early release, but you had me show up to the midnight release because you were there and you're like.
Yeah, because I bought it that exact fucking moment, bro. Like, are you kidding me?
Just for people who don't know, me and Cameron have gone in
We go way back.
countless arguments over Destiny.
Anybody listening, all right, bro, like, check this out. Anybody that's listening to this, they're not going to know that you're an OG Guardian. You feel me? No one, they don't fucking
For the
know.
Master Chief, bruh.
Bro, they don't know that you have been there since day one.
Hell
They
yeah,
don't know that
Trinidad
shit.
knows. Master Chief, bruh.
They don't know that shit. But that's also good for them at a later fucking date. However, we can always go into that later for
It's not bad.
fucking persistent fans.
It was $20 for a 12-pack at fucking. Go to fucking some bar or whatever.
Yeah, so I can fucking. All right,
Oh my
so
God, I would hate going
we
to
could
corner.
do like
wait. Hold the fuck up. No. Let me tell you about a time I whooped some nigga's ass that thought he can fucking step to me in Street Fighter 2.
I coin up.
Nah.
I coin up.
I beat that nigga's ass in front of his girl.
I
I
coin
don't
up.
give a shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I was like, nah, you're not gonna
Step down. Buy my
Step
drink.
down.
I
You'll
didn't say
be a
anything
drink
like
now.
that, but if I had niggas like you guys talking shit for me, it'd be fucking solid. Because this dude walked up, he fucking put his coin in, and I'm playing arcade mode by myself.
Oh, you're chilling.
Oh, chilling.
What the
Hey,
fuck?
capital
Just think of
C
it.
chilling,
This
bro.
makes me happy because remember Mondo? I don't know if you remember Anthony, but and Austin. Mondo, Anthony, and Austin. Those are the dudes that I played Street Fighter with. Like, 'cause
Yeah,
I know,
same. Austin whooped my ass 50 games in a row.
So,
Honda versus Rufus,
so
bro.
like, ago, my brother's friend that he was just talking about was one of the top one of the top players that played a person in like he's pretty much like the top like 20 player
Apex, one
in,
of the
like the
best
USA or
players
something.
on Xbox server. As
There you go,
Rufus.
Xbox.
This dude whooped my ass 50 games in a row. Rufus versus Honda. For anybody listening, that is the
Okay.
absolute worst statistic matchup possible.
Yo,
You are
50-0
going to
against
lose
anybody.
1-9.
I'm sorry, Cam.
Every
You go
time
50-0 against
on
anybody,
paper.
that's a bad match.
Yeah, but I sat there through 50 games.
To be fair,
70 to be specific.
to be fair,
me
for
getting my
anybody
ass
that's
whooped.
listening, for anybody that's listening, to be fair, Cameron and me were only like 17 or 16, so we were fucking babies.
Okay, no, but like I
We were
was
little kids.
actually
We were little
top
kids.
100 on Xbox.
Still
Live,
still
so
growing in your,
kiss my ass.
Yeah.
your type of games.
And these are the people I remember.
Still, yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I would beg my brother just to go into his room just to see them play all these Street Fighter games and smoke weed and drink
Bro,
alcohol, and I was
they played at a godlike
They were
level.
like, what do you? Why does Ben want to come in here? I'm just, I just want to hang out with you. I'd come in there and I just see these guys playing, talking shit, and I'm like, wow, these guys are so cool. I want to be like that.
That's the thing though, because like at that time, so
I was
it is
little
weird.
though. I was
You
literally
had
like,
no idea you were
not-
going to
I
play
was,
with people
like,
at that level.
I wasn't even middle school, bro. And then once we got into middle school, that's when I started playing. I was like, oh shit. And then
The transition.
got into high school, and then me and
The
Cameron already
transition
knew
to
each
a
other,
god.
but it just happened to be we both skated, knew the same people, and we played fucking Street Fighter. So we're like, fuck it, let's kick it. Let's buy some 40s and fucking drink all night, and then we'll smoke some bowls, and then Cameron will be like, oop, my bad. I'm like, it's all good, bro. It's all good.
Every time.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Dude, okay, because that was always the fucking worst. I would get so high and like not be able to fucking focus. My whole equilibrium is busted. None of it fucking works.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fucking complete motion sickness. But,
Me-
oh, wait a second.
me
Me and this
Cam-
dude can argue about
Yes.
Melee not
There
being a
you
good
go.
fucking game, bro. All right.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Let me get closer to the
Yeah,
mic on
yeah,
this
quick.
shit, my
He's
man.
about to drop mic, actually.
Oh,
and walk
absolutely.
away.
No. I'm gonna stand right here, and
I think
everybody's
I
gonna
think I got a
hear
good defense.
every
I think-
single thing.
I think I got a good defense to this, though.
No. Now let me explain. The reason why you don't have a good defense is because you haven't dedicated yourself to a fighting game the same way I have.
This is true.
And you know
true.
that.
No, this is true. But I mean, when it really all comes down to it, a fighting game, and its most, I mean, there's gonna be some argument to your side to this too. But a fighting game, when you really break it down to its most rawest form, it's you versus someone else, and
Yeah.
and whoever wins, and that's and ultimately that's what Smash Brothers is. No matter the life bar, no matter if it's percentage or if your health goes down, it's you versus another person, and whoever wins the match. That's a fighting game.
No.
Yes.
No. So the reason why it's not a fighting game, okay, so currency doesn't matter, and I'm not gonna get into fucking coin bullshit. I'm just gonna get down to like the engine of the game. So it's not a fighting game traditionally. Now, if Nintendo ever went the way
have,
of Street Fighter, right?
Toothpick in there.
With presenting the two players as a fixed portion of health, because this is the thing I have the biggest argument against. The 100 versus whatever fucking percent health you die at, that's where
It's
it
like
like
150% is like one hit or something like that.
No,
Sends
not
you-
even. Not
It's like
even.
180 or something like that.
No.
Like 200. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So this is the thing. I know what you're talking about, because like when you hit somebody with one like any fucking move, they like blow up and they go to the other side of the fucking
Yeah.
plane.
Out the map.
Then they self-destruct. But this is the thing, because of the damage values per each character animation. So you know how you have Mario jab versus like Mario like forward B, like their forward smash, because there's two different inputs, and that gives you two different values of damage. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
different move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why it separates it from a fighting game. It's no longer a fighting game. It's just this weird non-traditional way of playing versus.
What do you
kind of
mean though? What do you
bullshit.
mean? Because
Like at a certain percent of health for like Ken and Ryu, if you just low jab, that's gonna KO somebody if they have 0% health or they have 1% health, for example. In like Melee, you can just jab and someone could be at 300% health or 50% health and then still survive it. That doesn't make any sense, because coming from somebody that does jujitsu and someone that does taekwondo, you and I both know when you're at your physical limit, someone could just, and you're just gonna say, you know what,
Nigga, whatever. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So apply that mindset that you have now to a fighting game. at 300%, that's different than a 300% Ganondorf or a 300% Dr. Mario or Mr. Game & Watch. You kind of get what I'm saying here now? That weird percentage of health that like, goes up and up and up and up and isn't fixed, it doesn't make any sense for a fighting game. And it's no longer traditional. And it's like, okay, you're just doing some weird form of mixed martial arts, but it's not traditional.
Well, that's the
Jiu-jitsu.
thing. And that's and that's the thing where you're kind of making it different is because...
I'm sorry, I just read your fucking shirt.
Yeah, it's a fucking tight ass shirt, right?
What did it say? What did it say?
Shout out to fucking Senpai Club. Sponsor this video.
I'm sorry, I just read it. It says Senpai Club. Bad.
Yeah.
It's like good for waifu, bad for you.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Let me see.
Is that thing still on? Fucking hold up. Let me just. I don't know how well this is gonna focus, but that's an Akira reference.
Hold on, let me see if I can...
Maybe
read
put
it.
your knee on the...
Social...
Senpai Social Club.
Oh,
Club.
Senpai Sauce, there you go.
U for... I think I'm reading it the wrong way.
Go straight to the next subject was the we always give Marvel a huge, like, if it wasn't for Marvel this podcast probably wouldn't have been started, like the MCU and everything.
Fuck Marvel! No, I'm just kidding.
But
How dare you say
I wanted
such things?
I wanted to talk about Sony Marvel because we never give them much love on this podcast, to be honest. And I wanted to and also a lot of the Marvel movies that are
Pass it
coming
to
out.
Ben if you don't want to hit it.
I do want to hit it.
Here you go.
Do you mind?
Go ahead.
Absolutely. Thank you.
What's going on here? Do you want to hit it? I do want to hit it. Do you mind? Go ahead and hit it. Okay, thank you. So, we got a few movies coming out for Sony Marvel, which is Venom 2, Morbius, and a few other movies, but I do want to hear you guys' thoughts on what the Morbius trailer was with the vampire dude that
Oh
he was
my.
in.
Bro, it looks fucking dope.
Yeah, I also agree. It's fucking tight as hell.
So this brings up to, we're gonna bring up Bad Boys 2. If you haven't watched it, I liked it. If you're a Bad Boys fan, I feel you're gonna like it.
I'm gonna ask my brother if he wants to go see that shit.
But during that movie, one of the trailers was the Morbius trailer, and the whole time I was like, man, this seems. They brought up Spider-Man. When I saw from the makers of Venom and Spider-Man, I was like, why are they mentioning this? And then
Same people, dude.
it's not just the
Company.
same. It's not just, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's not just the same people, same company. It's because Morbius is. I was introduced to Morbius via Spider-Man. I'm sure.
I didn't even know who he was. So
I'm
the
sure
fact that you
Morbius-
know who he was.
I'll
is
straight
fucking-
up be real too.
is
I keep
dope.
it $1.50. I didn't even know Morbius.
I'm glad you know
was
who
a
he was
character.
because
Well,
I'm sure Will or Josh
Yeah.
would have known. But like,
I'm sure Morbius had its own comic,
he did,
its own little series of comics or whatever,
but he was also.
and he was pursued by the Punisher, and
Oh shit!
yes. So when Spider-Man,
Hell
like
yeah.
my number 1 or number 2 favorite superhero, and so when back in the '90s, the Spider-Man animated series, when I was watching that shit,
One of the best Spider-Man's TV shows of all
ever
time.
made.
Yeah.
I watched almost
Yeah.
every Spider-Man show. Is that Spider-Man show? I watched the Spider-Man when he was like in space or something.
I
like
remember playing
when all the
Spider-
animals were like leaders or whatever. Like the Ultimate Spider-Man, I think it was called.
Oh,
But basically, my point is, in that original Spider-Man animated series, Morbius, like one of the episodes led up to Punisher chasing Morbius, and like Spider-Man teaming up with Punisher to stop Morbius or something like that. But
oh, dude, that sounds trippy as
bro,
fuck.
I think Spider-Man the animated series 2 is on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah.
So it's something you can look into just so you can get caught up on it if you want to see yours for yourself.
This is
But
one
bro,
of the best ever, dude.
But bro, Morbius, when I seen that, I was like, and the thing is, they showed the name, and I couldn't really make it out, and I was like Morbius, what the fuck does that say?
Yeah.
But then I heard one of the, I heard them actually pronounce it and say it, and I was like, oh fucking yeah!
It just came back to you like
just
that.
triggered in
yeah.
my head that as soon
Yeah.
as they said the name, Michael Morbius, he was like,
And you know who plays the dude, the main guy, the Morbius?
dude, isn't he the
Jared
Lycan?
Leto.
Isn't he the what?
He played Jared Leto.
Also played Loki.
No.
He did play Loki.
No, he didn't. No, that's a different guy. He's the one who played Joker.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Joker doesn't matter.
Joker
Nobody
doesn't
likes that
play.
character.
Loki didn't play.
Yeah, that
Jared,
wasn't a cool
Jared
character.
Leto.
That wasn't a cool character.
I keep
at all.
thinking you're saying Jared Leno.
It is.
That's what I
It
was.
is. Yeah.
That probably sounded like what I was saying, but I meant to say Jared Leto. He's the same dude from Suicide Squad, the same Joker. That's the
That
Joker he's
Oh,
playing.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
The same guy who played Joker.
that's
in that
that's
movie.
playing in Morbius.
Yeah, he's the
What?
same actor.
He looks like the guy from that played the main Lycan leader in fucking Underworld.
Check it. You okay, Cameron? You look like you're a fucking totem pole.
Oh, word?
So the whole thing was Sony is introducing Morbius into the Sonyverse for their Marvelverse, and I want to bring this up too because they're bringing up Venom 2 is the whole thing. Reason why I brought this up is because Venom 2 is
Gonna be released.
yes, and it's gonna have Spider-Man, Tom Holland, so that's Spider-Man from the MCU. It's gonna have Carnage, Woody Harrelson as Carnage. And it's gonna bring yeah, dude. It's gonna have Tom Hardy as coming back, of course, as the
Jim Carrey would have been a sick Carnage too, I think.
Ooh, that's a tough one because we talked about it last time when
You say Jim Carrey?
yeah
Yeah.
he was a good what's his Mysterio or
Riddler.
Riddler. There you go. Riddler. He's in fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. He's playing Eggman
Is he?
or Dr. Robotnik.
Isn't Dr. Rodney like a fat guy?
That's what
Yeah.
Cameron said too.
Mm.
Oh my god, it's hilarious.
Don't worry, I can definitely argue why Jim Carrey would not be a good Dr. Robotnik. But
A Carnage? No, I think he'd play a pretty sick Carnage.
you do? I don't know if I can agree with that one.
So what if out of the interaction with Venom, Spider-Man, and Carnage, what would you guys want to see like the interactions between all of them be, or at least between a couple characters, like between one of those?
What do you
characters?
mean?
So I have one written down as I really want to see Tom Holland's or Spider-Man get one of the symbiotes. Maybe symbiotes kind of like try to trick him, and he turns into Black Spider-Man, or maybe even a Red Spider-Man, like a Carnage Spider-Man.
That's the Spider-Man I want to see.
You know
Carnage
what I mean?
Spider-Man? I've never seen Carnage Spider-Man.
Exactly.
But that's what I mean,
wanna
maybe
see.
He doesn't exist though.
No,
That's
he
why I want to
doesn't.
see it.
He probably does, but in like an alternate. But that's my whole thing
Nothing
though.
we
Like
know of.
I would love
nothing
to
I
see
know of.
one of the symbiotes.
I
Like
mean Venom, but I just wouldn't see Carnage because like he just doesn't exist to me.
true,
Mhm.
but you never know. Like it's just an idea. You know what I mean? Like it would be cool to see that happen. I would like to see Carnage kind of maybe like continue on that idea, ally with maybe kind of if he does use a symbiote kind of style with Spider-Man.
For sure.
Or then even just use his own symbiote to kind of ally with Venom. You know what I mean? Maybe he could kind of ally with one of them and just trick him.
Dude, I wouldn't say trick him though, because the thing with the symbiote is it's never permanent. It's always like one saga and then symbiote's gone.
Yeah.
That's why the Venom like symbiote thing was temporary.
True.
You know?
But it's just one of the things I would like to see though. You know what I mean? I'd like to see like maybe
For
Carnage.
sure.
Maybe Carnage becomes friends with like not friends, but he allies for his own gain. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna become friends with Venom.
yeah.
Or, oh, I'm
Well,
gonna
they
use
do that.
Spider-Man to
They
like
actually
kinda,
do.
They
Yeah.
do that, and
But that's what I mean. That's something I would.
series they do ally.
Yeah, that's my whole that's the whole question I'm trying to ask. Like that's one of the things I would like to see, and I'm just wondering like what's something you guys would want to see out of the movie if they kind of.
Okay, that's better put. Well, definitely, yeah.
For sure.
I'm personally big on like it's hard for a live action movie to stick exactly to the story, especially of an animated series.
Because
an
time
ani-
limit too, like you can't have more
Yeah.
than
Exactly.
2 hours.
Because an
unless you're gonna
animated
lose people's
series is
attention.
like so many
Yeah.
filler episodes.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much filler episodes in an animated series.
Yeah.
So like to
yeah.
to
It
stick
depends though, because when it comes to
Well, even taking out the
hiccups,
filler,
man.
even
Jesus.
taking out the filler, dude, like they're fucking, like even fitting the whole story without the filler is tough as hell.
Exactly, because the filler, even the, I mean, they're filler episodes, but not really because they can go so in a drawn in a cartoon they can go so in depth
Exactly.
because it can just be drawn versus a live movie. You have a budget, restrictions and shit like that. An animated series, the filler episodes were filler episodes, but not really because there's so much backstory in those episodes.
Yeah.
So much backstory in the Spider-Man episodes, just like from Venom landing onto the fucking Earth from being Jonah Jameson's son, who was the fucking astronaut. Like, that's so much backstory.
It's supposed to bring up shit I even forgot.
Those comics don't even exist anymore. What the fuck is you talking about, bro?
No.
I know what he's talking about, but the thing is you can't buy those comics anymore. People don't know that lore.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, there's so much backstory.
Because we live in today's time.
Exactly, but there's so much backstory. Like,
yeah, MCU will never have that type of money.
Like,
but this is Sony too.
It's hard to make.
Sony will never have that type of money.
It's hard to make like a movie on point.
Yeah, definitely.
It's hard to make a movie on point. That where we as the original like '90s babies who fucking grew up watching that shit, like we know the backstory. So like we know why they have to condense everything.
We were pretty lucky enough to kind of get that latter half of special effects and to kind of know what's shitty and what's good compared to like.
I was just saying like there's so much backstory in like movies like fucking Wonder Woman, movies like Batman, movies like Superman. Like, all these Marvel movies, all these DC movies, there's so much backstory to the fucking character.
Yeah.
So kids nowadays that are growing up, like, they see these fucking movies, but they don't really know the fucking character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they just think it's fucking cool because, like, they see it.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's, like, just something they see and they think is cool. But really, we were, and really, we weren't even really around because Superman and Batman and all that shit, that was around way before I was fucking born, you know?
I think
off when it was first made. Like,
I think that's the whole thing I was trying to say. It was like, we were in that kind of like golden generation for us to be like, we grew up when that transition between, you know what I mean? So when we were watching movies, when we were little kids, we saw the before. And then as we got older, we saw the after.
Yeah,
and we're now living in the after. That's the whole thing I was trying to say, but I got like fucking mixed up on the whole thing I was trying to say.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much backstory to these things. Like, instead of making movies out of these things, I feel like they would make so much more money if they made the animated series, but into a live version, a more graphic live version. Because like all these movies, like dude, that
you only do so much.
Dude, exactly. You can only do so much. The Green Lantern movie with fucking Ryan Reynolds, that movie sucked. That movie was trash.
Yeah, that's why Ryan Reynolds killed himself in Deadpool. What the fuck? He said that shit was dumb.
That shit was fucking garbage.
I don't have a bottle.
But I fucking love Green Lantern. Bro, Green Lantern's like one of my favorite fucking characters.
But the Green Lantern movie was just bad.
Fucking trash.
It was just bad.
Because I mean, let's take away the fact. Let's take away the fact that the CGI was trash. Let's take away the fact that
Green Lantern,
that the story was trash.
Yeah.
There was all that shit was trash.
We were so nostalgic though. Like that's what we had. Those were our superhero movies. You know what I mean? Like we didn't have what we have today. And even then, some people don't even like the superhero movies. My bad. Is that what you're going off on, Shnerd? Or did I just kind of...
True.
No, I mean, technically no, because like I was saying before, Batman and Superman and Spider-Man, they were around way before we were born.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We grew up in the...
True.
You know, we learned about them after the fact.
Yeah.
But we weren't... But we weren't that much off. Like, I mean, let's see.
True.
Like, hey, Google.
Yeah, for sure.
When was Spider-Man first made?
Google.
August 1962.
There you go.
So I wasn't born.
Nice.
I wasn't born.
92?
62. I wasn't born for
62.
like
62. That's
62. 1962. I
that's
wasn't born.
30 years before I was born.
That was 28 years later, pretty much 30 years later till I was born. You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man has been around since 1962.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the comic, we grew up in the time when it was being made on TV and stuff, pretty much. When it was being
Yeah.
pushed on TV versus back then it was on comic books and shit like that. You know?
Yeah.
So we grew up in the animated, you know,
Exactly.
time.
Yeah.
But we, you know, but we know us just like the original people who originally liked Spider-Man back in the 60s and 70s and 80s. Like, you know, we know that there's fucking backstory to it.
Yeah.
We know
Lore.
that there's fucking lore to it. Kids nowadays, they don't know that shit.
No,
They don't know that shit.
not even.
They don't know that shit, bro.
Dude.
So, you know, like, it's just like that one meme. Like, the last set, like the best, like, the last set of generation, like, as far as kids born,
Yeah.
like, the best ages to be born was between, like, 1997 or 1996 and before. Those were the golden ages to be born in.
I
97.
was just saying that before Karen walked into. We were born in the golden age.
97 and
Yeah.
above, 98.
Everything after that.
Everything
No
after
more
that,
gold.
everything after that is just like, you know,
Wait. Or are we just getting old?
that too.
We just sound like a bunch of old ass motherfuckers. Like everything after our
We ain't old
generation-
though.
Yeah, we're not. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, we're not old though. See, that's the
As
thing.
soon as you start hitting those ages, that's when you realize, oh fuck,
Yeah.
you're not old until you're 60. Holy shit, I have
But
way
I-
too much time to play
Yeah.
with.
The point of this is like we were on the movies and shit, like about how do you want Venom and Spider-Man, shit
Spider-Man
to interact and
yeah.
shit. Like I was saying
Right.
earlier,
Huge cut.
yeah, right.
Yeah, begin.
I personally am a big fan of wanting things to stick original, like how the animated series is. So in the animated series, Carnage and Venom do team up.
That's what I would love to see. And if they want to change it up, that's fine. But like at least kind of keep that narrative. But go on, Trinidad.
But they do team up in the animated series to try and take down Spider-Man, and obviously, bam, Spider-Man figures out how to fucking.
With the Morbius trailer, which comes out, that movie comes out in July, at the end of July, so July 31st, and Venom 2 doesn't come out until October. What would you like to see between
Between the two?
like what would you want to see?
I heard that, dude.
What would you guys want to see be like a mix between like the Sony verse with, you know what I mean? Maybe even
Wait, we get to call it the Zonyverse now.
Well,
That's
well
crazy,
again,
bro.
I'm a big fan of things sticking to the original thing.
the
So
roots.
So Morbius and Venom don't even, from what I remember, don't even have a history.
Yeah.
The people that Morbius has a history with is with the Punisher and with Spider-Man, because what happens to Morbius is like you saw in the trailer, he gets like I can't exactly remember what happened in the animated series,
28.
but basically in the animated but what happened, what I do remember is, like, you know, he's a regular guy, he gets like transformed into some vampire thing,
Yeah.
and like he doesn't want to be this vampire thing because his girlfriend thinks like he's trying to be with his girlfriend pretty much.
Yeah.
And like Spider-Man is trying to,
Boo-hoo. No, I'm just kidding.
but like
I know,
Spider-Man
I'm just making it.
Spider-Man ends up actually like trying to help him or something, and like trying to like get back to like,
I don't remember him, but
it's just so sketchy. The memory. I mean, I watched this shit when I was like fucking 10 years old.
they just
man.
added him on. That's dope though, because I mean,
Yeah. So how he was introduced, it was like, bam! All of a sudden, Spider-Man, like every episode starts, Spider-Man just swinging through the city, and then all of a sudden it cuts off and goes to the Punisher, fucking trying to chase Morbius or some bullshit like that, or chasing Morbius.
I mean, that's dope because it's the Sony verse and Sony's using, whatchamacallit, the Morbius, and right before the movie comes out. So
Do you have Disney Plus?
kind of, it's my girls. Yeah. I'll just say yeah. Yeah, I have Disney Plus.
You should. We should. I'm gonna look it up because I'm gonna sign up for it too, because I think there's a new promotion, like we can get Hulu, ESPN, and Disney Plus for like $13 or some shit like that. This is-
I
that's
heard
not
that was.
cheap.
What the fuck? That's what they're doing with the market now?
Yeah, you've been using Instagram.
What were you saying? What were you gonna say?
I heard that was like a. That
streaming
was,
packages.
so do you have cable already?
I don't know.
I
Like, so you don't?
No, I don't pay for cable because it's not important to me.
Well, so Trinidad,
What's popping?
can you tell me any stories of you remember from us skateboarding back in the day?
Well, you know, I wasn't always a skateboarder, but I actually do have one. I remember, I mean, nothing special, you know, I just remember, but I don't think you were there. It was me, it was Will, it was Nate. I think, you know what? Actually, I think you were there. And we were all skating. We went to Cordova,
Mm.
and yeah, bro, we were just skating. We were at the fucking, yeah, you were there. You were fucking alling off the fucking auditorium thing.
Cordova, yeah.
And you were showing me how to ollie and shit. I didn't eat shit. That was a good thing. But yeah, I mean that's a skateboarding story I can remember with just like all of us. The only person that was missing was probably Cam and Dan.
Yeah.
As far as the people that skateboarded, it's fucking hot in here.
Give us a skateboarding story that you remember that was just funny or just something you remember. It doesn't have to be funny, just something you remember.
One of my favorites. All right.
Anything.
So, anybody listening probably cannot recall one of the fucking most legendary girl skate videos we've ever seen. Fucking Gap to Ledge here in our fucking part of town. I got one of the best fucking clips that you still have of me fucking tail sliding that shit.
Which one?
The Gap to Ledge out in fucking Rancho somewhere.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That shit's on a hard drive somewhere in this fucking room, bro. Yeah.
It's on a DVD cassette, probably.
Yeah, dude. That's one of my fucking favorite skateboarding stories. By the time I fucked some chick in your fucking bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, that doesn't make it on this.
Wait, you fucked
I mean,
a chick
it
in
could.
Trinidad's bathroom?
You fucking banged her sister. What the fuck, nigga? Like, you did some shit at his. Okay, so you remember because you still actually live in the same place.
That?
You and me took fuck over to this
Yeah.
nigga's house.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay.
Yeah, so some shit happened, and this fool fucking disappeared for several hours. I almost died in the fucking pool in the back. And then you took down her fucking sister, and yeah, and then I fucking in the bathroom, and some shit happened, dude.
You took down her. Oh yeah, you took down her.
Yeah, I don't. Fuck happened that day. Yeah.
Dude.
That was just a blur. That's just a huge blur. We're teenagers.
Dude,
I
y'all
totally
remember that
fucking
shit?
remember that now,
Yeah,
dude.
this nigga
Because we had to
remembers that
like,
shit.
I remember because we had to
fucking
walk
died in your
home.
backyard, nigga.
No, because I remember we
Like,
had to fucking walk home or some bullshit. Like we was
well,
like,
what the fuck?
Like some.
Everyone left my house that night though. Like no one was trying to stay.
I wouldn't say that night. This was in the middle of the fucking day. That's for sure.
I can't remember.
Because you were playing fucking World of Warcraft,
I
nigga.
remember. This is when Trinidad kicked us out hella early. No, was it?
No, whatever. Kicked me in.
No, you guys kicked us out hella early. I remember Keith went home. He had to poop, and he
Dude,
pooped.
that was so late at night, bro. I fell asleep in my fucking living room. And then I woke up and everyone was like, no, I woke up and then like,
What
Will
the
was,
fuck time zone do I remember? Holy shit, what the fuck happened to you at your own house, nigga?
I was passed out in my living room and I woke up and went up to my room like Will was in my bed and shit for I remember. And I was like, fuck. So I went somewhere else to sleep and then I woke up again and everyone was just gone.
No, I remember that. I remember because me and you.
I remember Keith had
early.
left. I remember Keith had left with Will and then Keith told me how like
He had to poop.
he had to poop and shit.
He
Yeah.
pooped in like somebody's front lawn
You
or
know, he
some
pooped
shit.
like in like some company's like front sign lawn or some
Yeah.
bullshit like that. Yeah. Something like that. That
What
was funny.
about okay. What about skateboarding stories, Cameron? You got any skateboarding stories? Like you already said yours.
There's multiple ones that we still have.
I got
You
one.
have the fucking
I got
memory.
one that were me. It was me, Dan, Will, and Josh, Kyron, and we fucking met the girl team at the 28th and B. Or 28th and O.
Yo, I met fucking Brandon Beeble at like
girl
Mather
team?
before
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
fucking closed.
But we met the whole, like, Brandon Beeble showed up. There was Eric Costin, there was Mike Moe, there was some of the French
meeting
team.
Eric Costin would be nutty.
It was,
That'd be
dude, we were
wild.
leaving, and I remember telling Karen, I was like, dude, that's Eric Costin. He's like, "Hey, Costin!" He turned around and he looked hella mad. He's like, "Who called me
That's all he
Costin?"
ever fucking looks like. That fool fucking spit a laser beam out of his mouth during one of the Lakai videos.
Yeah.
He was like,
"Ah! Ah!" And then they played some fucking Flavor Flav or whatever. No, what's the band he was in? Something Against Enemy, Public Enemy. Yeah. I wanted some high. What about some drunk stories? You guys have any drunk stories you want to share?
oh boy, do I.
I mean, the worst drunk story I have is like, I was at Mike's house, and like we were chilling. His brother, and his parents were like gone on like some camping trip or some bullshit. I was like 17, and
So this is when he was fucking lame and with that fucking weird crazy girl, huh?
who? Oh,
The one he got tattooed on his
yeah,
fucking forearms or whatever.
Yeah, I think they got divorced now.
Of course.
But anyways, we were at Mike's house. His brother showed up, and his brother wanted to have a party or some bullshit, so he started calling people over. So we were all getting like faded as people started to show up, right? And by the time the party started, we started drinking more. So I got fucking... Dude, I felt fine, bro. What happened was, I was out in the fucking backyard, like, because we had invited some of our other friends, like, fucking... and they had come over, we were all chilling, and I felt cool. I went out to the backyard, and Mike was in the fucking jacuzzi, and I was drinking,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden I needed to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, I was pissing, I finished pissing, cleaned up, and then I was just like... All of a sudden, as soon as I finished cleaning up, I fucking started getting the spins.
Oh.
I fucking literally just passed out. I fucking remember just going down.
You remember passing out?
Bro,
What the fuck?
I remember going down,
that
bro.
shit.
That's good, though. At least he remembers going down.
I remember going
I
naked,
never
bro.
remember any of them, dude.
And then fucking, I grabbed onto his fucking like little towel rack thing
Mm.
and fucking ripped it off the wall for my weight. And fucking...
You're falling down,
bro,
of course.
So I was like on the floor in his fucking bathroom just going in and out. And I remember people like opening the fucking bathroom to use the bathroom. But they saw me passed out in there. So they're like, oh, fuck. So they just left. And so...
Jeez.
So I was like the passed out motherfucker in the fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
And like... Bro, like I could not... Dude... It was crazy. I could not muster any strength to just like get back up until finally like Mike needed to get me out of there because people needed to use the bathroom.
So Mike came in.
So Mike fucking came in there and fucking picked me up and fucking dragged me into his room and shit. And I was just like chilling in there, and then I fucking regained consciousness, and fucking by the time I rejoined the party, like it was kind of over. And Mike was going crazy and shit. He was like...
Because he was Zongo.
Because he was fucking Zongo'd out, yeah. Fucking... and just fucking breaking shit. And fucking being hella emotional and shit. And then... Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
crazy,
it sounds
bro.
like Mike.
It was fucking crazy night.
Oh, God, yeah.
It was crazy night. Oh, yeah, and his fucking grandma ended up... Like, because his parents were gone. So it was just supposed to be Mike at the house and his brother Jake. And his parents sent the grandma over just to make sure nothing was going on.
Damn.
And meanwhile, there's this fucking crazy...
Dude! He sent his grandma over?
Yeah, bro, meanwhile...
Or the grandma got sent over?
Yeah, dude.
I was there. I was there.
Bro, it happened a few times, bro. It happened a few times.
Okay, I remember being one of the times.
Meanwhile, this fucking rager's going on in their house. Everyone's hiding, like, in the backyard on the side of the house and shit.
Dude, I swear I was there. I was with me, Josh,
dude,
and
dude, like I said, bro, it happened
There's
multiple
all
times.
of us, dude.
It happened multiple times. And
It happened multiple times. Like, this wasn't the first time, man. Calm down.
and like fucking so yeah, bro, and like my homies came into the fucking bathroom. We were hiding in the bathroom and shit while I was passed out on the floor.
Dude, I remember, dude. That's when we all teabagged you, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, bro, that shit
That
was
never
That's
happened.
fucking terrible. Because that's even more vivid than anything. We were playing Halo with this nigga, whooped this nigga's ass, and was like,
fucking Or fucking R3. But yeah, bro, fucking that's the worst. That's probably the best drugstore.
So would you rather survive a plane crash and live on an island for 2 days, or survive a boat sinking and survive on a raft for a month?
What happens
Wait,
if
can I
I'm
hear
up?
the
Do I
question
die?
again, though?
Do I die or do I
You're
get
dying
saved?
either way.
Oh, island.
Raft for a month, depending on the supplies I get.
You're on the raft, so after a month you die.
Oh wait, never mind. That sounds like gutter trash.
Gutter trash.
Never
I'll
mind.
just live on the island. Paradise.
I live on the island too. Yeah, what he said. That's a pretty good one. That's solid, dude. But easy island, easy.
Next one.
Yeah, dude. Next one for sure.
So, have one big and small hand, or one big and small foot.
Big and small hand, for sure.
Foot.
I'd go with hand, dude. You'd be more like Hellboy. You get to carry a giant fucking
I
cannon.
guess you'd have like a giant fucking
You never
finger
heard
that
of
you could fuck a girl
dude
with.
Cameron
too.
though. Cameron. You
For
never
sure.
never heard of Hellfoot. No.
Hellfoot's not that cool.
If you, have a,
Hellboy is the way to go.
if you have a Hellboy hand, you could fist a girl.
Yeah.
Oh my!
It would
I wouldn't
destroy
want
her.
to fist that girl though, because that pussy wouldn't be enticing.
Not after you fist.
Maybe she was just looking for the. Maybe she was looking
Probably
for
not,
the fist
you're
in general.
You just use your finger. Your finger's like a giant.
True.
It's like-
Is it made out of stone?
No.
All right, never mind.
Perfect.
Probably the fucking other way around then. I just thought if it was made out of stone, it'd be
No, I'd
way
rather
fucking
have giant
cooler.
feet because then I feel like girls would get creeped out if I'm touching them with one big hand and one little hand.
Yeah, true. That's a valid
That was a
point.
hilarious explanation.
They're not gonna
gonna
catch
lie.
my
Valid
feet.
point, dude.
I'm
No,
not looking at my, I'm not looking at my
100.
feet while I'm doing a girl.
Bro, 100.
You're all holding it with one little baby hand and just one big ass. I'm like,
It's like this,
That
it's like
should
the
be
dude-
weird, bro.
It's like the dude from Scary Movie.
yeah, it's my strong hand.
It's my strong hand.
It's a little tiny.
No, it's bad, bro.
Yeah, I
That-
wouldn't fuck with that either, man.
That one line just fucking created a whole generation. So that's pretty much it for the Shnerd cast.
Oh, we had two?
Yeah. Predictions for Super Bowl.
No, predictions
Niners.
for the future.
Niners. What's out of the team?
Niners or who?
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Niners. I got Niners 31-20.
I don't know,
Niners,
dude. This
I
could
got
actually
Chiefs
be the
fucking
era.
20-0.
I definitely got the
20
Chiefs.
to 3.
Chiefs winning, period. I don't know what fucking score it could be. I don't know, man. I'm down to put money on that just for goofs.
31-20 Niners all day. Niners
All right,
bang, bang,
correction.
bang.
I'd put entire 50 cents.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it.
2 rounds in
Shnerd.
arcade mode.
I'm glad. Hey, Trinidad, Cameron, thank you guys for coming out here. Really, really do appreciate it.
It's been a great
Fucking-
episode, man.
I'm sorry I had very little time to prepare, but yeah, I'll explain that later. Snake!
I just flicked it.